Guys, we have moved on from the Superman reviews. Now, doing the Batman ones. Which means we're really close to Justice League. Because, oh, man. It's crazy, guys. Holy crap. So, Batman was a complete reinvention of the character. You had the 60s Batman with Adam West, which was really fun and campy, but not taken too seriously. So Warner Brothers brought in Tim Burton, and he was like, you know what? We're gonna make Batman real. Or, not really real, but we're gonna make Batman dark. And so that's what they did. So let's talk about it. So Batman basically tells the story of Batman. It more focuses on the origin story of the Joker, and then Batman just trying to stop him. So let's talk about the cast, because that is probably the best part of this movie. Michael Keaton is unexpectedly amazing as Batman. I'm gonna be completely honest. I had not seen the Tim Burton Batman movies until, just a few years ago. Maybe 5 or 6 years, maybe. But, I'd seen a couple of Michael Keaton movies, and Michael Keaton was, the last person that I would expect to be playing Batman. Which works in his favor, because when you watch him in the movie as Bruce Wayne, he looks and acts exactly like the last person you'd suspect to be Batman. And that is really great, because with the other Batman, Christian Bale in particular, when I looked at him as Bruce Wayne, I was just like, yeah, that dude looks like he could be Batman. The dude just looks like Batman. Whereas with Michael Keaton, and I think he's the only Batman that has ever done this, he just looks like you would just look at him and be like, well, that guy can't be Batman. It's almost like if you watched this movie and they never showed that Bruce Wayne was Batman, you could watch him think that Bruce Wayne is a completely different character in the movie that's just there for some reason. And I love that. That is what Bruce Wayne should be. Not saying that I have a problem with Christian Bale or Ben Affleck as Bruce Wayne. It's just, personally, that's how I feel. I feel like Michael Keaton is the best Bruce Wayne. I think Ben Affleck is the best Batman, though. And then we have Jack Nicholson. Here we go. Jack Nicholson steals the whole movie as the Joker. Usually, in my comic books and movies, I like the Joker to be more of a mystery character, but this movie, they show his origin in the movie, and by the time he's kind of in the swing of things as the Joker, you really do kind of forget that we saw his origin, and I really like that, because that is the power of, again, two different types of performances shaping two different sides of a character, because you have Jack Nicholson as Jack Napier at the beginning of the movie, and he is almost a completely different character. He's a mob guy, he's a normal dude, and then he falls into the vat of acid and he becomes the Joker, and he becomes a completely different character, and it's like, you would never realize that Jack Napier became the Joker unless you personally knew him, and he was like, hey, it's me, Jack. Call me Joker. Which is a scene in the movie. I mean, it really does bring the mystery back, because by the time he's in the swing of things as a Joker, dancing around a prince and stuff, you really do forget that he was Jack Napier, and I really, really love that. No, this is gonna be probably the most controversial thing I've ever said on my channel. I don't think Jack is the best Joker. But here's the thing, though. You're all probably expecting me to say Heath Ledger is the best Joker, right? Alright. Jack Nicholson is amazing. Heath Ledger is amazing. I will touch more on Heath Ledger's Joker when I review The Dark Knight. I'm just saying, I'm just putting this out there. I think Jared Leto is the best Joker. I think he combines, from the small stuff that we've seen of him, he combines the ruthless nature and just all-around personality traits. He takes the best of both versions of the Joker that we've seen on screen, even a little bit of Cesar Romero, and combines it, and I really, really like that. That is why I think Jared Leto is the best Joker. But, yeah, you can disagree with me. You can be like, screw you, I hate your channel now because you think Jared Leto is the best. That's fine. If that's your opinion, if that's how you think, then go ahead. But that's my opinion. I still think Jack Nicholson is amazing, though. So, moving on from that controversial statement, let's move on to the rest of the movie. The dark gothic tone of the movie is just amazing. It really contrasts with the 60s Batman, which was very light and fun. So this movie just drags Batman and his world into the dirt. And it makes it feel different, and it really is inventive. At the time. It was inventive at the time, because we didn't really have dark superheroes then. Tim Burton's direction really added a great amount of style to the movie. Of course, Tim Burton is just a really stylish director. He adds a certain amount of style and weirdness to his movies, and it really works in this movie, especially with the Joker. It works very well. Batman Returns, on the other hand, it's debatable, but definitely this first one. I think the thing that makes the film feel complete is Danny Elfman's score. It really is amazing. It's one of those scores where you hear it, you're just like, I kind of want to buy this and listen to it while I'm in the car or something. And that is one of the best praises you can give a film score, is that you want to buy it and listen to it without the movie. So that's great. The effects are really great. There's a lot of practical effects in this movie. The costumes and makeup are amazing. The Batsuit at times looks kind of awkward in it. But the design on its own looks amazing. I thought the Batmobile and Batwing designs were incredible and some of the most iconic things from the movie. Jack Nicholson looks like the comic book Joker that we are all used to seeing now. And that's great. I love it when they can take a character's exact look from the comics, translate it to film, and make it work without having to tweak anything. Maybe the suit was a bit different than the actual suit in the comics, but it was still basically the same. It was the orange shirt, the purple, the necktie. It works really well. There's an amazing scene in this movie that has always stuck out to me overall. It always gives me chills, and it has just stuck with me for the longest time. It's the scene where Bruce Wayne, not Batman, but Bruce Wayne, it's the scene where he flips out, smashes the vase, and goes, "You want to get nuts? Come on, let's get nuts." Probably my favorite scene in the movie. I think it really stands out to me because it's the only time we ever see Bruce Wayne go over the edge. Not Batman, but Bruce Wayne himself. And I think it's a really great scene. It's just really well done because it kind of freaks you out because up until this point, again, you have the whole thing with, like, Michael Keaton does not act like Batman when he's playing Bruce Wayne. He acts like just some dude. So then, when you see him actually get, like, testy and flip out, it's kind of freaky. It's like if you have a friend, and that friend never gets angry about anything, never gets mad, never gets upset, and then one day something just happens and they get really mad and start freaking out and yelling. It's kind of scary. It scares you a little bit. That's what it is like for me, anyways. I don't know about for you guys, but that's how it is for me. I thought the rest of the characters in the movie were kind of forgettable, especially Commissioner Gordon, who is basically just a cop in the movie. He doesn't do anything. I like a Gordon that works with Batman, not just is around like, oh, but my name's Commissioner Gordon, I'm a character from the comics. Okay, bye. Yeah. That's nowhere in this movie, the Gordon who works with Batman. The one that, like, Gary Oldman is the perfect Gordon. I can't wait to see J.K. Simmons, but I don't know if he'll end up actually topping Gary Oldman or not, though. But yeah, every other character is mostly kind of overshadowed by Michael Keaton and Jack Nicholson, which is fine. They are the main characters. They're the main reason you're watching the movie, so the other characters don't really have to be as great as them. It's okay for the rest of the characters to be overshadowed, except for Vicky Vale, who is a main part of this movie. And notice how I haven't talked about her at all. She adds nothing to the movie. She is a main key piece in the movie. Bruce Wayne likes her, the Joker is in love with her, she is a key piece in the movie, but she adds nothing. She adds absolutely nothing to this movie. And that is kind of disappointing. But, overall, I have very few problems with this movie. I've talked about the main problems I have. You know, there are some certain issues. Obviously, there will always be little issues with movies, but I don't really have any major problems except for the forgettable characters. I love this movie. This movie is the first time we were shown that Batman can be taken seriously. It's remained a huge part of our pop culture to this day. You still see people talking about the Keaton Batman, the Nicholson Joker, the Tim Burton Batman movies. You still hear people talking about it to this day. This movie is almost 30 years old, and people still talk about it. Even when we've had, now 2 different versions of Batman since, and you still see people going back to the Nicholson one, or the Keaton one with Jack Nicholson. That's something. I absolutely love this movie. It is probably my personal favorite Batman movie, which is going to be an unpopular opinion for you Dark Knight fans out there who think that anything other than loving The Dark Knight is, just, oh, he doesn't like The Dark Knight. He's evil. Kill him. I like The Dark Knight. I don't think The Dark Knight is the best Batman movie. I would have to say it's somewhere, personally, in my opinion, my favorite Batman movie kind of switches between this and Batman Begins. Those two are my favorite Batman movies. They kind of share the top spot. I love The Dark Knight, don't get me wrong. I just don't think it's the best Batman movie. I honestly think it's a little overhyped. I'll talk about it in my Dark Knight review. But guys, I'm gonna give Batman 1989 an A+. Thank you guys for watching this video. Let me know in the comments what you think of Batman if you've seen it. Check out the link to our Patreon in the description and make a pledge if you would like. Thanks for watching.